Okay. Okay. Another patch.
Did Dickie buy you your first car, or did you earn it?
In the end, he paid, we split it. Because I had saved up enough money, and I don't even remember how much money it was, but the first one that I'm thinking of was that blue convertible.
That was in the garage all the time?
Yes. Right.
Yes, I remember that.
And that one we bought down on Stevens Creek Road, and I had gone around probably with Jerry looking, shopping, and found this one, and it was perfect. And of course it was the worst car in the world for a teenager to have, a convertible, of course, and but it was way out of my price league. I think it was probably $600, maybe, and I only had 3, and you could get junkers for 3. I mean, there were things. Later on, I bought cars for $50 and $100, and you know, knew enough by then to fix them up or get them working or make do with what they were. But that one was fully. It was on the lot, so it was top dollar.
Did it run? Because it seemed to me it was in the garage more than...
That's because we did things to it.
Oh.
We fixed it.
I see.
So, I mean, yeah, it kept us out of trouble. But so, to answer the question, we split the cost. He came in, I cajoled him into, oh, you got to come down and take a look because this is really great. And this is going to be the best car in the world for me. And
did it eventually did you have to junk it, or?
what happened to all those old cars? I mean, I must have gone through a number of cars while I was in high school. But that's the one
That's the one I remember. I
Yeah.
don't remember others, actually.
Well, there was a 40 Ford, the red one that was, and maybe there was only a couple in high school.
I remember the Ford.
Yeah.
I guess I'd walk home from school, and every day I'd come home, the garage door would be open, and you and Jerry would be in your overalls working on that car, but you rarely drove it.
Yeah. Yeah, we put equipment on it and tried to make it do this and do that. Yeah.
But you must have gotten smart about cars.
Unfortunately, no, I was at that time. You can ask anybody my age that they were all could take a car apart and put it back together again because they were very simple. We were still in the early, not Model T, but just right after the Model T. The kind of cars we were working with were pre-war cars. Mm-hmm. That was a 46, I think. But they were very simply made, which is the whole point of mass production. They could make it simple to fix them. But these days, I mean,
Oh no, not today.
I mean, my story on cars these days was I never even, when I had a problem that I didn't know what was wrong with it, and I had to tell the dealer on this car, the Chevy Spark that I have now, after 2 years, I took it into the dealer and they said, well, what about this, that, and the other? I haven't even ever opened the hood. Where's the hood? You know, I hadn't done that. I don't open hoods anymore. I mean, it's just a maze of, it's all computer driven.
Yeah.
And, but in those days, you knew it was the basics. So there wasn't much to change, but we changed what little you could. So.
Okay, I want to hear about Dickie punishing you. I don't think I ever witnessed it.
No, it would have been back. We would go to a back room or something like that. But I even in one of the things with Mother, I was asking her about, and she talks about how angelic Patricia was, and I said, well, yeah, but I always got in trouble. She said, yes, you were always in trouble, and
what did you do?
Well, so I don't know. On these, it would have been something that I was doing that was, I don't know. I don't remember what caused, but he used the belt several times.
What in the world would you do?
Maybe it was lying or stealing or something like that.
You didn't steal. I don't remember anything like that. You might have lied about something, to stay out of trouble, but I can't picture Dickie taking a belt to you.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
And spanking.
Did you cry?
I'm sure I did.
Well, how old were you?
This was in California, so it would have been 11, 12, 13, 14, that
Wow.
age, young teen. Certainly not after I started driving.
Or after you got big?
Yeah. And, by 15 or 16 I was working anyway. You have to remember that we started working for him then. So for the 3 years before I was 18, when I actually had a legitimate paying job. So, at Food and Machinery. But, so I think I worked anyway 3 summers before
I
that.
worked too, I think.
So it all had to have been before that, and I don't remember any punishment at all in Detroit. So.
So if you were like 8, 9, 10, I would have been 4, 5, 6, and I just wouldn't have known that it was going on.
No, but when this kind of thing happened, we would go out. I'm thinking it was at Glendale, might have been Fairview though, and that he would say, okay, we're going to go back in the back bedroom, and he would close the door. So it was that kind of a thing, so that nobody.
Do you have any scars from it, Peter? Mental, emotional scars?
No, I actually, it caught me by surprise. I'd totally forgotten that, but it was true. I mean, but yeah, it had done that. It presumably parenting.
That was normal, I know.
Yeah,
I
parenting
never
has
got
changed,
spanked.
and so,
I got spanked once. I did, and I was 16 because
Oh.
it was when I took my car out when I shouldn't have, and I got in trouble. And I came home and he whacked me.
But it was your car.
It was the Jeepster.
Oh.
Mary Jane and I decided to go to a football game at Stanford.
Oh.
And so we were on the freeway, and of course I wasn't supposed to be doing this at all. Well,
You
El
went on the
Camino.
freeway, didn't
El
you?
Camino.
Oh God, El Camino's no freeway. I
Well-
mean, you can't even go more than 35.
Well, in
Anyway.
those days they considered it.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was just, I know, and the car blew up. And I had to leave it and take a taxi home. Mary Jane and I took a taxi back from Stanford. And Dickie and Mother were playing bridge in the dining room, and he
would have been furious.
He was furious. He had to come out and pay the taxi driver. And
I do remember this. Yeah.
And he followed me in my room, even with company. He was just livid.
Yeah. And then he had to go because he knew he had to go pick up the car and
Yes,
take care of it at that
yes.
point.
I
Get it
guess
fixed
it probably
and
had to
towed.
be towed, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my.
Yes, that was a baddie. That's the worst thing. But that's the only time I remember getting spanked. But I'm sure I was spanked other times. Mother never disciplined.
No,
Either of us very
and also
much.
what I'm thinking is that it wasn't too long after that corporal punishment was frowned on and then pretty much made
I bet.
almost illegal. I mean,
Right.
it's and so. Anyway, yeah.
But you did go to jail.
Oh yes.
So you got to tell that story.
Just make sure we're still recording. Good.